Perfect time to hit the go get scratch off tickets and stuff like that at the gas station, because so many people have bought up the tickets before that time. I ain't on top of all that shit. I was saying that water signs don't really got on top of that either. Water and fire care more about the actions. Air and earth care more about the words and stuff like that. So every now and then, the earth and the air sign can rock the fire and water signs to sleep a little bit based on a whole bunch of words. And then we'd be waiting around for the actions and stuff. I was saying, and then the water and fire signs be rocking the air and earth signs to sleep. That ain't even really rocking to sleep. It be putting y'all in a position to still take advantage of us, because we still be putting in all the actions without the words, and then y'all will make up a frustration about the words. Oh, but why you don't ever say you love me? Or why you don't talk? Or why you don't do that? Man, we doing the actions. Don't you see the actions we doing? We doing all the spiritual stuff. Like, we try to see that. We try to figure you out to see if you're going to do that, the actions. You know what I'm saying? And that's the little confusion when water and fire get together with air and earth. Friendships, relationships, all that stuff. Sometimes the air and the earth signs be waiting on the water and fire signs to say something, and the water and fire signs be waiting on the air and earth signs to do something. And when none of those get met, it start creating self-sabotaging energies where it don't have to, because it might be lack of communication, because that's the failure of all relationships, communication. And then the water and fire, they got an issue too. And the air and earth, they got an issue too. But I don't feel like going into all the details. We about to go into alignments right now. So for the most part, when we start talking about Libra energies, now we got this new moon in Libra. So this is going to be a whole new way of feeling or dealing with the emotions, the moon, about the space that is in. Our relationships and how we relate to others and how we relate to ourselves and our inner energy and stuff like that. So that's where we're going to be creating new emotions and feelings around. Our relationships, how we relate to others, what's sufficient or not, is we taking the short end of the stick or not, and you're gonna have a whole new feeling about it. Like you're gonna have a epiphany. New moons play out as epiphanies internally, personal epiphanies, and yeah, that's how full new moons, lunar eclipses, and solar eclipses, and things of that nature. Wait a minute, lunar eclipses is a full moon. Lunar eclipses play out as an external, someone else changes something for you, or object or opportunity opening for you, right? The solar eclipse play out as an internal epiphany. You know what I'm saying? So you have an internal epiphany where you got to change your heart or something. Then the lunar eclipse is when it's the moon and the sun is in opposite positions, that play out as an external epiphany. Some outside reference of something that you're interacting with has a change of heart, whether a person, place, or thing. The thing could be something that you're doing. Let's use a video game for an example. You could always be losing on 2K online or playing with your buddies, and now during that time you start winning. That's the thing opportunity opening up. If it's a place that you was experiencing blockages, now start opening up. If it's a person who felt one way felt more of a way that's more relatable to you during that transit. So that's how it play out when we're having a lunar eclipse, a full moon. You know what I'm saying? But when we having a solar eclipse, a new moon, you have a change of heart, not no outside reference. So the video game, you might still be losing in 2K, but you might feel a different way about losing. You might not let it you might not let it affect you as much, or if you a lower octave person, you might let it affect you more than it usually do. You know what I'm saying? The opportunity might still not open, but you no longer feel the same way about that opportunity. You may change your heart on even wanting to do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? If it's a person, you may change the way you feel about that person. If it's another type of octave, without considering high or low, based on what the energy you in, you might have a change of heart to like the person, or based upon the previous position, you might have a change of heart to dislike the person. But at the same time, that's how the new moon play out, the solar eclipse, and play out as an internal epiphany. And the lunar eclipse, the full moon, play out as an external epiphany. You don't necessarily change, but the outside references change. And then you have to deal with changing with that. Like, oh, I'm winning now, or no, I'm losing now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Perfect time to hit the go get scratch off tickets and stuff like that at the gas station. Because so many people have bought up the tickets before that time. So by the time the winning tickets be there, it'll be the time you go there during the full moon or new moon when everyone is already didn't care less to buy it because they already lost throughout the whole week, or probably spent $40 on scratch offs and only won $20 back. So that made them be like, oh hell nah. And by the time they say hell nah, is during the new moon, and then that's when you go get the ticket and you get the winning one because everybody bought all the losing ones. Because it's a psyop. When they get a fresh roll, it's the first couple, then it's the center, then it's the last. Anyone in between be the losing ones. So if you get a handful of the first roll, you'll get one or two losing ones, but you'll get the majority winning ones. Once you get 20 cards down in the pack, you start to be into like hundreds of the losing ones. Once all those get bought and they get to the center of the roll of the lottery tickets that the gas station probably just got fresh, then you get to the winning rolls again. Then that's only like 20 of them. Then it gets to like 100 or 200 to the next roll until you get to the last layer. Then it'll be like 20 winning cards again. So it's always the first layer, center layer, last layer. If y'all want to know that trick. When it comes to scratching. I help mad people out in real life to the point that I don't even do that because I don't have to. And anytime you're in that type of position, you get to look at something from the outside in, automatically that's equilibrium witchcraft. You automatically can see something without being in the desire through the distractions of the reason is why you're doing it in the first place. So when you do jump back in that world to be interested in, you might not care to do it and you can help others do it better. And that's one thing I learned. The first layer of the roll be like 20, 15 or 20, and even one or two or three of those will be losing ones. But you can catch those. That'll be the winning ones. Then there's about 150. I mean, I ain't gonna say that's over exaggeration. I say about 70 to 100 of the next to get before it gets to the center layer. I mean, before I get to the almost center layer, the mid row, and then for the most part, that'll be the next 20 groups winning lottery ticket, and then the next 75 to 100 before it gets to the center, I'll be losing ones. And then once you get to the center, that's the last layer. And then it'll do that little 20 cycle again, and probably like 2 or 3 or 4 of them. That's wrong. I mean, that's a one that's you don't win. You know what I'm saying? So, and sometimes if you go to the gas station, they'll tell you that. Ask them, is this a fresh roll? You know what I'm saying? Ask them, is this a fresh roll or not? Whatever lottery tickets you get, ask them if it's a fresh roll. And if let's say you just starting, right? If you just starting, it takes a little time and you may get it wrong. But what happens is you built up correspondence of knowing when the lottery tickets come in and out. Because once you start being there all the time, the gas station dude know you or the chick know you, or not even just that. The store, even just you buying it and